Welcome to an insight video where we will be discussing the now controversial cryptocurrency XRP. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing my honest opinion on XRP and its future prospects given the recent lawsuit against its parent company, Ripple, by the SEC. Stick around to the end of this video and remember to drop a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Also remember to turn on your channel notifications so that you are notified every time we upload a video. All the important links to our channels are in the description below. So let's get right into it. So as you guys are fully aware, XRP had quite a massive crash on the onset of this news, and it looked like it was just starting to kick off a bull run similar to what we've seen in most of the other cryptocurrencies over the past couple of months. So the result of this crash was a loss in market cap of around $20 billion. So this was quite a big deal. And as you could imagine, this was truly detrimental to people who are very bullish on XRP. Now, a lot of this selling pressure was exacerbated by the fact that most of the major exchanges, including Binance, Bittrex, Coinbase, all decided to delist XRP because they didn't want to risk being tied up and ruin their reputation in the process while XRP is battling this lawsuit. So this also made the fear even worse than what it was when the news first broke out, and so XRP has just had a bad streak ever since the news broke. So now that all of this craziness has entered the market for XRP, what we're really after is what exactly is this lawsuit about, and is there any chance that Ripple and XRP can recover from the onset of this lawsuit? So what I've actually done is I've taken the time out to read this 71-page document submitted by the SEC to the Southern District Court in New York regarding persecuting Ripple. So the main premise of the lawsuit issued by the SEC is that they are alleging that Ripple has engaged in illegal securities offerings since 2013, and as a result XRP could be considered an investment contract and therefore it would qualify as a security under the federal securities law. And because of this issuance, they have made approximately $1.38 billion US, and of course some of this money trickled down to Christian Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, two of the primary directors of the company. Now this brings up a massive debate about whether crypto assets are considered securities. And according to the former Commodity Futures Trading Commission chairman Chris Giancarlo, he says that XRP is not a security and that it comes under the umbrella as a crypto asset. So there is a distinct difference between what a crypto asset is and what a security is, but it can easily be misconstrued when running on a centralized blockchain platform like XRP does. It's also important to note that the main premise of this document is not just that the SEC is alleging that Ripple has illegally sold securities, but is more so that they believe that XRP is actually a fraudulent coin and has no purpose in the real world, and that it doesn't really contribute to anything and that they're basically worthless. So because they don't really understand how XRP works, and I wouldn't really expect them to understand how it works because they're more so responsible for securities, they're saying that the only reason that the XRP coin exists was in order to make the directors rich. Now we know this to be completely false because there is quite a significant benefit of using XRP as a payment processor, and they use what we know as on-demand liquidity, which allows major institutions and even retail investors to transfer money from one person to another quite quickly and significantly faster than what the Bitcoin network offers. Now I'm not going to go into full details into exactly what XRP is and how it works, but the main thing to know about it, which you guys probably know already, is the fact that it is a payment processor and it does act relatively fast. And we know that the XRP coin and the Ripple network has huge potential in terms of becoming a huge liquidity provider for transactions to be processed quickly through their network and a lot cheaper than the traditional SWIFT system used by major institutions currently. So we can definitely debunk the claim that the SEC thinks that XRP has no use case whatsoever, and we're also aware that it is their job to misconstrue information and try and convince the courts that this was 100% a fraudulent operation, but we know that's not the case. Now let's move away from the function of Ripple and XRP and focus on the management practices that existed within the company. The primary issue with some of these practices is the fact that both Larson and Garlinghouse have combined sold around $600 million worth of Ripple that they have not publicly disclosed. So they've basically kept from the public the fact that they are selling off their stakes in XRP, and this is very sketchy coming from a company and from directors who are seemingly very bullish on the prospects of XRP itself. So it has been caught on record that Garlinghouse has said on multiple occasions that I'm long XRP, I'm very long XRP as a percentage of my personal balance sheet. It's actually been found that he sold off the majority of his balance of XRP, profiting around $150 million personally. So the fact that two directors have been selling off their positions in XRP without the public knowing and doing it in a manipulative manner for the markets is definitely a huge red flag and a huge problem with the management style of the company and the lack of transparency from management. So definitely not a good look for them personally. And the second major problem is that publicly the company and Garlinghouse and Larsen have come out and said that all institutional investors have been buying XRP at the market price. However, in actuality, they've been offering steep discounts to these institutional investors who are getting involved and offering discounts for them between 4 and 30% to actual market price. So it's almost guaranteed that these institutional investors would make money behind the sale of the XRP eventually. And they had these arrangements with multiple investors who aren't specifically mentioned in this document, obviously to keep that information confidential, but this is also a very sketchy practice, especially if you're going public and saying to everybody else that they are buying them at the current market price. In addition to selling coins below market value, Ripple has also been caught on record contributing towards market manipulation of XRP. So this is also a very big problem because market manipulation is illegal across all asset classes. So by a company practicing market manipulation, and in this case based upon the statement here in this document, they'd specifically directed one of their partners to buy or sell XRP at strategic points around Ripple announcements. So whenever they were making any announcement, they were basically manipulating the market in order to create FOMO or a fake rally so that it would cause the price of XRP to go up. And as we know, this is a completely shady practice that shouldn't be done across any asset class, and that if they were registered under the SEC, they would have been heavily penalized for it. So my primary problem with Ripple isn't necessarily the company itself, or the technology or the prospects of the company, but is more so the practices that the company has and the specific actions of management that have caused Ripple to have a bad reputation and have led to the filing of this lawsuit. Now, I don't really think that if they had good practices and they didn't do some of this shady stuff on the side, that there would have never been a lawsuit filed against them, because multiple sources have confirmed that XRP itself is not a security but is rather a crypto asset. But if they were sensible in their decision making regarding what they were doing, I don't think that this would have existed in the first place. So basically, I think that the impact of this lawsuit will more so impact management, possibly leading to resignations of Larsen and Garlinghouse and some form of regulation being entered into the space. So I think that if anything, there's only positive that can come from this situation. I don't believe that this is the end of XRP and Ripple as a company. I just think that some things will change and there will be some form of regulation put in place to prevent other companies who are offering crypto assets to have some form of guidance towards what can and cannot be done, and so that there is some form of accountability to more centralized cryptocurrencies such as XRP. So now that we've covered the lawsuit and the main premise behind the lawsuit, my thoughts on the lawsuit, let's take a look at the charts and see exactly what the technicals are telling us about this cryptocurrency. So the primary thing to note here is that we have had quite a significant fall off, but we have found some form of support here down at around the 0.17 level on the weekly chart. All my analysis for cryptos are usually done on the weekly chart because I do think that cryptos are something that should be traded on the long term and not the short term, just because of how volatile they are, and the chances of losing money trading assets like this is extremely high because of that volatility. So the fact that we did have quite a significant bounce off of this 17-cent level has shown me that the market has, for the most part, priced in possibly the worst scenario, which is XRP gets delisted or banned from the US whatsoever. But we gotta remember, XRP's market extends far beyond the US, and that actually over 90% of XRP customers are actually in jurisdictions outside of the US. So even if there was some form of ban on the possible worst case scenario, which the market has clearly priced in, there will be a future for the company, just not in the US. So all in all, I do believe that this price crash was definitely a severe overreaction to the news. We also have another major resistance zone right here, and we can see how many times price has reacted at this level, and this lies between around the 30-cent level and around the 27-cent level, and we're trading quite comfortably in between this zone at the moment, closer to the top of the range at this time that I'm recording this video. But this is also a very healthy sign, the fact that we have, if I drop down to the daily chart, that we have had quite a significant push up above this level. So with that being said, it's definitely key to note that the only way that I will be taking longs in XRP is if we do have a break above this level. And the reason why there's no point in selecting any longs before breaking above this level is because you can see we are wedged between two significant support zones, and that things only really get clear above this level. We can see from price action over here that once XRP breaks above this level, it tends to stay above this level for quite a while, as we can see based upon the 2017 bull market that it experienced. So if we do eventually break back above this level, and of course all entries will be executed on the weekly chart, then we can definitely look forward to more upside in XRP. But until XRP comfortably breaks back above this zone, there's no trading opportunities whatsoever. I know people care about the fundamentals, and there's a lot of people that are holding on to XRP for dear life and bought here at the tops and all of that, but we do have to take into consideration what the chart's telling us as well as what the fundamentals are telling us. So for me, the fundamentals are saying that we should pop back above here, but I do know that there are a concentration of sell orders in this region, so until we comfortably cleared those sell orders, it's not safe to take any longs. It's also important to note that I've been able to recognize this quite significant trend that price has respected on multiple occasions. As you can see, it contains my favorite pattern of a rejection from a level followed by a break above, price closes above, and then we have a retest of that level, and in this case it's a dynamic level, and we see this price action pattern occurring all over the place, including the fact that we had quite a significant rejection off of this trend line when we did have that initial push up in November. So the fact that price hasn't actually broken below this trend is a huge bullish sign for me, and is one of the main reasons why I am confident that price will pop back above this level. So on a purely technical basis, XRP is looking extremely bullish, and it will be even more bullish once we get above this zone. And with that being said, that's my immediate takeaway on XRP. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I definitely wanted to cover some of the important factors surrounding the fundamentals and the technicals of XRP, just because of all the information and misinformation about the cryptocurrency going around since the lawsuit was filed. So to sum everything up, I do believe that XRP will recover from this lawsuit and that it does have a future in the crypto market, and especially with the crypto bull market starting, we can see Bitcoin at all-time highs, we can see Ethereum trading at the highest that it's traded in a few years. The XRP will also benefit from this crypto bull market despite the lawsuit. But the main thing to do is to weigh up your risk, and there is a lot more upside than there is downside, as we can see that we bottomed out here. So our downside risk is very low and our upside reward is much higher. So we do have a positive risk to reward ratio if this investment idea was to work out. And we know that the sky's the limit for a lot of these cryptocurrencies. So if XRP does do well, we can easily see a $1 or even $2 XRP far above where this trend is currently telling us that it will go. So thank you to all who took the time out to watch this video, and an even bigger thank you to those who made it to the end of this video. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more videos analyzing cryptocurrencies and other assets, including securities, commodities, and currencies. So subscribe to the channel so that you guys don't miss out on any of the new content that I'm going to be posting in the coming weeks and months. If you found this video useful, support us by dropping a like on the video so that the YouTube algorithm helps us reach more people. Thanks, and peace out.